basically 65 minutes jam-packed with 70s hard rock style music, and we like it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, take me through the writing process, production process, everything to bring this to life.
The band has kind of been in formation in this form since 2014, and we took a little time off while I took care of a little cancer problem that I had. And about a year and a half ago, we got back together and started writing more songs to go with some of the songs we already had. Basically, we all write. It's pretty much a group process. One of us will bring in an idea, a riff, and we'll just kind of work it out with the four of us. The four of us include Michael Beck on lead vocals and Ryan McKay on guitar. And we just put it all together, mix it up, and see what happens.
Awesome, awesome. Kings of Dust with us today. They join us live here on our big broadcast. So tell me a little bit about the music scene where you guys are from out there in Phoenix.
Well, it's pretty thriving. Well, not right now. The coronavirus has kind of put a damper on things, but it's a pretty good scene out here. You've got a pretty widely varying music scene, everything from kind of what we're doing to, lots of cover acts and tributes. Tributes seem to be a big thing everywhere nowadays. So, yeah.
So we have our own tribute. We're a tribute to ourselves.
So, talk to me a little bit about Kings of Dust. How did you guys get together as a group? Tell me this story.
The band started around 8 years ago, and the only two remaining members from that formation of it is me and Michael Beck. And along the way, we decided that we would like to keep it going after the original members kind of, backed out of it. So we found Jimmy here on drums and Ryan on guitar. I played in a number of bands with Jimmy before, and I always liked his playing, and actually we play together really well. And I had seen Ryan play before and really liked his guitar stylings. He has a very 70s eclectic sort of approach to music, and he's also an excellent singer. So the idea was for us to always, write enough material to put a record out there. And after we got done with the things that slowed us down a little bit, the delays, because of my health, we got full bore into it and basically put together a record that we're pretty happy with, we're pretty proud of.
Awesome. We have got Kings of Dust with us today. They join us live here on our big broadcast, coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio. Also, you can get a hold of us on The Mix on Tuesdays if you miss our Sunday radio broadcast each and every Sunday, 2 to 4 Central, 3 to 5 Eastern, and each and every day on iHeartRadio and AMFM, 247.com. Kings of Dust with us today. They join us live here on our big program via the magic of Skype audio. And you guys have managed to put together a lot of great music. What are some of the goals for this new collection of music you've got out there?
To get it out to as many people as possible. And thanks to your assistance and the other interviews and magazines and radio stations that have supported us, it's really getting a pretty good foothold. And then after that, we really want to try and get out and stretch our legs live. But again, with the way things are going right now, things have been put on hold in that regard. But as soon as we get on the other side of this, we're going to start looking at doing some live dates.
Perfect.
We had a number of dates that we had to cancel, along with everyone else.
Yeah.
And so right now, what we're doing is writing new music for an eventual second Kings of Dust record. that depending on how long it takes for the world to get back on its feet, we'll probably try to record in the fall and put it out at the beginning of next year. And so at some point we'll be able to play songs live off of both albums.
Wow, that's awesome. That's fantastic, actually. So compare and contrast both albums, the one you've just released, some of your new work, things you're working on. Compare and contrast all the material.
Wow, that's interesting. I think so far with the songs that we've pretty much completed and some of the newer stuff that's in the works, it's a pretty natural progression. I think we're not throwing anybody any curveballs. It's we do what we do. The first record is I think Greg has said this well. We wear our musical influences on our sleeve, and the way we write is the way we write. So I think that this will just be a natural progression. So far, that's the way it's coming out anyway.
We have a very 70s background and influence, and the whole 70s hard rock, blues rock sort of thing. So we'll stay on that path, but because our influencers are so varied, it allows us to draw from a bunch of different places, whether it be something more hard rock, something heavier than that, something that's kind of Sabbathy, or something that's kind of Zeppelin-y, or something that's kind of who knows what it is. It's just something that came out of our warped minds. So, we're always writing, and we're always trying to push the pile forward. And I think when the second record is released, which is so weird to be talking about a second record, considering the first one just came out a little over a month ago. But when the second one comes out, I think people will see that it's just, as Jimmy said, a natural progression. It sounds like it was written by the same guys, but it doesn't sound like the same album being written again. That's
right.
very, very important to us, to not remake the first record. We want to branch out, broaden our horizons, if you will, and keep the musical adventure and musical journey going.
Fantastic. We have got Kings of Dust with us today. They join us live here on Skype Audio to discuss their latest piece of business out there. Now, if people want to find you online, pick up your music, social media, how do they do this?
We have a Facebook page, Kings of Dust. And we have an Instagram, which is also Kings of Dust. We have a website that is in a work in process or progress right now, which is called, what is that? I don't even know. Jimmy knows.
You will be able to find us at KOD.band. And hopefully the site will be up, hopefully here within the next few days.
If someone wanted to buy a CD or something, they could find us on our Facebook page right now, and we are selling some. Apparently, they're pretty much sold out in a lot of places across the globe here. So the initial order went out and went pretty fast. So we still have a few around here. If someone's interested, they can get a hold of us that way. And actually right now we're in the process of doing the whole merchandising thing with some T-shirts and some stickers, and people seem to be pretty enthusiastic about getting that sort of thing and supporting the band, and we couldn't be happier.
Fantastic. We have got Kings of Dust with us today. They join us live. So when you guys, when you guys, as I should say, when you guys used to play live, what is a live experience like with Kings of Dust?
Well, that's an odd question because we have never actually played live.
Oh, okay. Well, look at that.
Kings of Dust has never done a live show. We were always in the process of, making a record. Like I said, we got thrown our own curveball when I got sick, which set us back about 3 years. And then once we got to the point where we wanted to get back to work, we strictly focused on making the record. Our singer, Michael Beck, owns a recording studio, Sound Vision Studios, here in Tempe, Arizona. Shameless plug, and I better get some money from that, Michael. So we could spend, we had no time limit on how long we wanted to take in pre-production or the actual recording process. And so everything else kind of went on the back burner with us figuring that, once the record came out, because there has been a lot of enthusiastic response to us playing live, people wanting to hear it and see what it is we do. And we're right along with them. We want to see how that works as well. But when the coronavirus came along, that kind of scuttled everyone's plans, not just ours, but everyone else. And, it seems to me, and it seemed to me at the time, and I think to all of us, that there was a lot bigger things to worry about than whether Kings of Dust was going to do a live show anytime soon. But like everyone else, we want to get right back at it. And in our case, we want to just get back at it for the first time and see what happens. So there are people that do want us to play, places that we were booked that we had to cancel. But I would say that if you were going to see a Kings of Dust show, it would be a pretty driving. There'll be some improvisation going on. There'll be some jamming. We won't play it exactly like the record. We'll be going off the page a little bit and experimenting as we go, in keeping with the kind of direction that we've kind of set for ourselves.
Fantastic.
Although Jimmy says it'll just be one 40-minute drum solo. So I don't know what that means.
Well,
I'll tell you.
You guys joke about that.
I'll tell you another thing that you can expect.
Yes.
Is what you see is what you get. There will not be us playing to any tracks. There's not going to be stuff flown in. It will be the four of us up there, putting it out there.
Taking chances.
Without any of the, the additional vocal tracks and things that some other bands get into. We're gonna. What you see is what you get.
Although we did order 4 brand new chicken suits that we plan on wearing on stage.
That's awesome. You know what's fun? Two stories. One, we were on our way to cover the Adult Video News Awards in January, and on the way out there, I wore an eagle onesie everywhere we went. And
I thought you were going to say a big condom.
No, but I probably should have on the way back, because then I wouldn't have got the COVID-19. However, you guys mentioned something about a drum solo earlier, a 40-minute drum solo. I got to see the band Loverboy a few years ago, and they played the Kansas State Fair here locally. And I went with a few people, and they said, well, they've only had 2 hits. What are they going to do? Their 2 hits and then leave? Well, they did their 2 hits. They did a drum solo. They played their 2 hits, and they left. So you joke about these things, guys, but if Loverboy can do it, Kings of Dust can do it.
Well, I'm going to go. And I think Jimmy's a better drummer. So there you go.
Well, before we let you go, how do people get the music and help support you guys, especially during this time of uncertainty, as they say?
Well, again, you can certainly contact us on our Facebook page, Kings of Dust. Like Greg said, we do have some units that we can sell. We'd be happy to. And here, hopefully in short order, our website will be up and you'll be able to purchase there. I do know that orders are going back out to the record stores. You can get it at Amazon. So any of your local record stores out there, if they don't have it, ask them to request it. I know that orders are getting filled. Again, with all of this craziness, it slowed things down a little bit, but you can get it. And again, contacting us through Facebook, we're happy to get them out to them.
And people that haven't heard it, if they're interested in kind of seeing what it is we're doing, we have 3 songs that are out on YouTube. We have a couple lyric videos, one for like our first single, which is called Like an Ocean, one for the second single, which is called Yeah, That's Me, and there's a third song on there called Keep the Spirit Alive. So if people are curious on what kind of trip we're on, that gives you a pretty good indication of what it is we do. We don't do 3-minute songs. Our songs are all over 4 minutes long. They have a bunch of parts in them. There's lots of key changes and time changes and, different musical ideas being thrown about there. I mean, we have a song that has a 6-key change guitar solo, which people ask me, why would we do that? And my answer is always, why not? Because we can.
That's awesome.
So we are following the road that has been frequently traveled, but we're doing it in a different way.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate you guys making time for us today. Thanks for coming on and chatting with